name's Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my daily journal. This is my 2024 daily journal. I do have loads of videos here on my YouTube channel sharing my daily journal and my process, but I thought it would be fun to start my daily journal with you. I am going to basically stick to what I was doing last year, and there's not going to be many changes. I did share the changes that I'm thinking I'm going to be doing in 2024. They're really, really small changes, but I'm sticking to what I know and what I'm comfortable with, which I recommend to everybody. Now, I did want to mention, I did set this up. I do have a setup video as well, and I have a flip through video of my 2023. So if you missed those, I will link it up above for you. So for my doodling on my calendar, I'm still going to doodle. I'm still going to use like stickers and doodling and things like that. I might try to stick to just a few colors a month, so it's not so busy. I do love the busyness from last year, but I want to try something new and just kind of stick to a few colors just to make it all match. And then my friend Nicole used the Sunday page, which is Sunday of 2023, as her highlight page. So it's kind of like a year in review of 2023. I really like that idea. So I covered where I stamped Sunday, and I'm thinking I'm going to use this as my goal page. I don't know how I'm going to set it up, how I'm going to do it, but that is the goal right now. Even though, I do not like goals. Like, I don't do goals. That's just not something I do. But I think it would be fun to just do simple goals, like hit my reading challenge from Goodreads, maybe drink less coffee, things that is doable and I know that I want to do in 2024. So I might do that. And then I'm going to share with you how I journal in my daily journal. So we're going to work on Monday because today's Tuesday. So Monday has passed. Usually I would do this at night, but because I knew I wanted to record my first day with you, I waited till the morning and we're going to get to journal for Monday. Now, I did want to mention my daily journal is literally daily journaling. It's things I did throughout the day. It could be small stuff, it could be big stuff. Sometimes there's occasions, sometimes there's not. And most of the time, it's just me talking about work, cleaning the house, running errands, little tidbits about the kids. Even my dog pops into my daily journal. So it's nothing extreme, and I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people might think that's boring, but my whole goal with the daily journal since I started journaling 9 years ago was to be able to go back into my daily journal and see how my life changed from year to year. And believe me, it's changed loads because a couple of years ago, my daily journal was all about dropping off for marching band, picking up from marching band, orchestra concerts, kids applying for college, things like that. And so to see that progress is something I really enjoy. You could use your daily journal for something else. You can use prompts for your journaling, but I don't use prompts. I literally just use the space to document my journey in life. So let's get to it. Maybe I'll start here, or actually, let's start with the goals. I don't know if I'll complete the goals section today, just because, like I said, I don't do a lot of goals, but we're just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to slip something underneath my notebook here because it doesn't lay flat in the beginning, and we can get started. Okay, so I grabbed a few stamp sets here, and I was thinking of using this stamp as my like title for goals. And I'm just going to stamp goals down the line here. And I really love this stamp set. I try to add everything in the description box for you, but I have to say a lot of my stamps are older and not available. So if you do not find it in the description box, it is sold out. And a lot of the companies don't exist anymore. So just letting you know, because I do get asked a lot, like, what stamp did you use on this page and things like that. And I usually will add the stamp. So if it's not there, just know that it's not available anymore. All right, so obviously the stamp is not big enough, I think, to fill the whole space, and I'm okay with that. I just want a title. I'm really happy that my friend Nicole, she is a part of my YouTube membership. I'm so happy that she shared that with us because it was such a good idea and I had not started yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm totally gonna steal that idea, scrap lift it, and make it my own. And I always recommend this. When working in your daily journal, make sure that your style shines. Yes, you can get ideas from other people and kind of figure out your own style as you go, but I definitely recommend to keep to your style because this is your journal and it should look like your journal. Anyways, now that I have that stamped out, I want to stamp a few of my goals, kind of like doodles, and I'll probably journal a little bit about them and what my goal is all about. Okay, so my first goal is all about work, and I'm hoping to have a few more launches very soon of some new products. So that is a goal I know I'm gonna hit, and I want to add to my goal list. So basically my goals are easy stuff, things that I already know that needs to happen. So I'm just gonna stamp the little laptop. And this is going to be the space where I kind of journal about my goals. And I'm going to also talk about walking, stitch my dog, if I can, daily, fingers crossed. That usually never happens that I walk him daily. My husband does walk him daily, but I, tag along. So I'm hoping that I can be a part of that, the walking daily. I love this little stamp set from Everyday Explorers. It's just so cute with the little paws. I do not want to drink so much coffee. I drink so much coffee and I really need to cut down. So I might stamp either the coffee cup. I'm going to do the coffee cup. And that's going to be one of my goals. Drink less coffee. And I don't want to add too much color to the spread, just because I'm hoping that once I complete it, I color it in. But I do want to add these little coffee beans. So I might just go ahead and add the brown. It's okay. And when I complete that goal, I can color in the cup. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to grab a different brown just to give it some depth. Okay, so I'm just going to draw like a line in my coffee beans so they look like coffee beans. I also do want to hit my reading goal. So I'm going to try to figure out which stamp I want to use. I think I like this one. It's really cute. It says hashtag shelfie, but I still like it, so I think I'm going to use this because that one would be cute to color in once I'm done. Okay, last but not least, I want to spend more time with my friends. I barely went out with friends last year, and I really want to make that one of my goals, spend time with friends. So I just stamped out a little speech bubble that says girl time. So I really like how that turned out, really cute. I'll come back in later and add my little goals next to it. That will be fun. I can also just add some cuteness here. Hold on, let me get this off my desk. Okay, so what I'm thinking is just adding little tidbits to my stamps. So maybe just a little bit of steam coming out of my cup, just a little bit of doodling around my laptop here and there. You know, when you add those little tidbits to your stamping or your drawing, it makes a huge difference. It really does. Just little lines around my paws. And I think we're good to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and journal about Monday. So Sunday, I had my family over. We just were hanging out together. We weren't really celebrating New Year's or anything like that. We were not in the mood. But Monday, I had to do the deep cleaning. I had so many people in my house. So I needed to clean up, basically. And so that was the first thing I did. And what I'm thinking is probably using my stickers. I've mentioned this before. I print my own stickers out. I use my scrapbooking collections, digital scrapbooking collections, and I make huge sticker sheets. I have a lot of them. Some of them, you know, I used a lot. Some are like this. I don't have a lot on there. But I remembered I have like a little sticker with cleaning. And so I'm going to use that. I think it's going to be perfect to add up here. And also, I'm going to add the time. I've shared a few times in my journal flip-throughs that I was documenting the time of certain things that I was doing, and I really like that, so I might start Monday by doing that. I usually use this stamp set from Kelly Perky. It is not available anymore, but I am sure you can find something very similar. It is one of my favorites. So I started cleaning, it was around 8-ish. So we're just gonna stamp 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go for my black ink, always do. And then I'm gonna stamp the dots, and then the 00. Like, I don't remember if it was 8 on the dot or was it 8:20. I don't remember, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be the exact time. So I'm just going to put 8:10 because I do remember looking at my watch and it wasn't 8 exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and put 8:10. And I also do want to stamp a small title, kind of like mentioning that I was cleaning. A lot of people ask me, do I do this at night? Do I do this in the morning? When do I journal? It's usually in the evening after, you know, the day is over. And if I don't feel like journaling, I just make sure to do the stamping and the doodling and the stickers to remind me what happened that day. Because believe me, I will forget in a heartbeat what I did the day before. So I just make sure to do that every evening. Also, again, I'm just journaling about my daily life. Nothing extreme, nothing out of the ordinary. It's just not that deep, basically. Anyways, I do want to stamp a little title. So I'm going to use these small alphas. These alphas, I love them, but they're so old and they don't stick anymore. I always have to come in and stick them back down. Anyway, I'm just going to stamp cleaning or clean house. I also wanted to talk about starting journaling daily. So I know it could be very overwhelming for a lot of people, but I always recommend to start somewhere. It doesn't have to be a fancy journal. It can be a regular notebook. I started in a regular notebook and just jot down something every day. And it brings you to that habit of journaling daily. And once you get to that goal, you can embellish, you can add little tidbits. and not to overthink it. It's really just paper. Even if you mess up and it doesn't look great, I bet you it does look great. You just think it doesn't. It's not a big deal. Again, it's just paper. No one will notice but you, and most of the time you won't even notice it when you flip through your journal. I do so many boo-boos, and I never notice my boo-boos when I flip through my journals. I just notice the beauty of it. I notice the stories, and that's what I love about daily journaling. And I love seeing people in our community journaling daily now. I just love that because it's a good thing for your soul. It just really is. And so I definitely recommend it. And if you want, I can even do flip throughs of my older journals. My style has changed tremendously, but they're a beauty and a treasure. So if you are thinking of daily journaling, there's so many different ways to daily journal. You don't have to have a page a day. I literally, after 8 years of journaling, I started using a full page a day. I used to do a full page a day, but it was in my little, what was it, a 4x6 Hobonichi. So it's like half this size. So basically, this is my first time using a full page. So it took me years to actually go with a big full page. So you can start small. You can have a whole week on 2 pages if you want. And I used to do that for years. Okay, now that I'm done stamping clean house, I can go ahead and add my journaling. Okay. So while you were watching me journal, I noticed that my pen was very light. And at the whole time I'm thinking, is that really the color of my pen? I usually use that same pen and it's like a dark brown, a dark gray, sorry. And I noticed that it was completely out and that's why it was so light. And you can see the difference. This is actually the same pen, but like fancier. It's the same color ink. So I grabbed it and you can totally see the difference. Does that bother me? Heck no, I don't care. Again, I always say this, it doesn't have to be perfect. Your journal just needs to be your journal. It's a place for you to add your journaling, add some cute embellishments if you want, and be done with it. So I'm not even gonna worry about that. Now I know that I need to get more of that same colored ink, just refills, just in case that happens again. But anyways, I'm gonna also talk about work. I did a lot of work yesterday and I finished my first book for 2024. Yes, there was a little bit of cheating. I had started it in 2023, end of 2023, hoping that I would finish it before the new year, but I didn't. I got pretty busy the last 2 days. So I finished it on January 1st. So it's a part of my 2024 reading challenge now. Anyways, so I have those two. For the book, I might just stamp something like a book stamp. Let me check what I got. And I know I have a lot of those. So I did read that book on Audible and I was able to actually finish it while I was cleaning. So this little stamp is going to be perfect for that. It's an adorable stamp set. It's not a book stamp, but it's in one of my stamps and I love using it to kind of document an Audible or an audiobook basically. So I'm just going to stamp that and I'm going to talk about my book journey here. And like I said earlier, I did work, so I might use a stamp for that. Actually, I'm going to look through my stickers. I have so many stickers and I try really hard to use them as much as possible because I have a lot of them. So let me grab my stickers. So I love this little bag. I've shared this bag before. I think I got it from Stationery Pal. I will link it in the description box, but it's perfect to hold your stickers. And I'm trying to see if I have like working stickers. I know I have book stickers and stuff like that. And cleaning stickers. You guys, I love my cleaning stickers. But I'm trying to see if I have any work stickers. These art stickers I also use for work as well because, you know, that's my job. So I might use one of those, but I can go through my stickers and see. Oh, and these would work as well. I use these a lot for work as well, so I might use those. I did want to apologize about the noise. It is really cold here this morning, and so the heat keeps running, and I have no control over that because if I do stop it, it gets really cold in here. So I think I'm gonna use the scissors. That's a cute sticker. And maybe I can use something else. Let me see. This is cute too. All right, that works. And this little sticker book I got from Journal Say. Really like that too. It holds all my like Etsy stickers. And I will link the Etsy shop for you as well. I actually want to start with the time. So I started working at 11:20. So I'm gonna actually stamp it down here. There we go. And once I stamp the time, I can stamp the title. Okay, I'm thinking I want to move the sticker up a little bit because I forgot to stamp AM. And anyway, it fills that top portion a little bit as well. There we go. So I have this work stamp, and why I love this stamp is because I don't have to stamp work myself, like letter by letter. And it has a little arrow, which I love. So I'm gonna stamp that. I might stick to black. I'm thinking of just sticking to black for the spread. It will match nicely on the opposite page. So let's just go with black. And I'm gonna stamp work and just journal about it. Okay, so that's done. I also want to journal about book number 1, but because I was reading while cleaning and finished it while cleaning, I'm not going to put a time here, but I do want to add like hashtag book number 1 or something, just so I kind of remember that I literally finished my first book on the 1st of January. So I think this is going to be perfect. There's a hashtag there, and it's a number stamp. So I'm just going to end up stamping that. So this year I'm doing reviews in my reading journal. So that was fun to start it, especially so soon into the year. But I will talk about that as well. Okay. Really loving how this is coming together. I do want to color this in real quick. Gonna keep it pretty simple. And I'm just gonna go with my go-to gray marker, my Tombow. This is my favorite. I like to add a little bit of highlighting as well. My favorite yellow. And you know, in 2023, in the beginning of my daily journal, I was really digging a few colors and it looked pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna do that again this year and hopefully I stick to it. But I just do love coloring in all the things. I usually like my titles to be black, but not gonna lie, I love color on my stamps. So I grabbed the stamp. This is an Allie Edwards stamp. It's one of my favorites if I want to stamp people. Just has loads of people on there. Now this stamp was one block and it's way too big to be stamping out at once. And also because I use it to kind of document certain people in the family or my friends or whatever. So I just basically took it apart. I cut them, I separated them and I cut them out. And so I like to use them to document, or I want to use them today to document my kids. I do want to talk about what they were up to today. And I do that a lot, especially when my day was just very blah. Their days are usually better. But I just wanted to stamp out Sabine first, and then I'm going to stamp out Laith. Okay, so for this section, I'm just going to journal about my kids. I do love my little dot markers. These are the best things ever. I'd never thought I needed these until I got them. And so I use it when I document about my kids. I want to separate their story. I just use the little dot markers to do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and journal about what they did that day. Alrighty. The handwriting gets worse and worse as you go lower because the journal is so chunky and big, but I still went with the dated this year because I really, really love the chunkiness of this journal. Anyways, I have this space where I do want to talk about what's happening in Gaza. I've been doing that since this all started. It's been months now, and I can't believe it's been months, honestly. I found an artist who had some free printables, and I printed them on sticker paper. I've used a lot of them, but I do love these stickers. And so I want to use this one maybe. Yeah, I think that's fine. I do want to stamp Gaza there. And once I stamp that out, I'll go ahead and journal. I also want to write Hurra, which means free in Arabic. And I want to outline it. Okay, I am done. Now I just want to document the weather. I mentioned this in my setup that I want to switch it around a little bit, use this space for the day and use this space for the weather. So I have the perfect weather stamp for this. and I'm hoping it fits, and I'm hoping I can keep up with this and remember to document the weather. But I have this stamp. This is an old Feed Your Craft stamp, and I'm hoping that I can kind of get it to fit in there. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Let's try it out. So yesterday was sunny. And it was really cold in the morning, really cold at night, but the sun helped a little bit throughout the day to kind of warm it up a little bit. So I'm going to stamp the sun. It fit really nicely there. Fingers crossed, you guys, that I remember to do this every day. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to use from the stamp, and the rest I'm just going to write it out myself because I do like the low and high, but they're too big. So I'm just going to do it myself. Let me move this out of the way. And so the lows was 32 low, and then the high was 46. That looks good. Okay, and so to complete my spread, I do want to color in my kiddos. And so I'm just going to use some of my markers for that. Gonna wrap this up. We are done. I do have to come in and add my goals here and probably, you know, doodle on my calendar. But I'm so excited. My first page turned out pretty good for the beginning of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it inspired you to work in your daily journal. I know a lot of you have picked up the Hemlock and Oak. You've been tagging me and I love it. And you're going to be starting your own daily journal in the Hemlock and Oak. And just wanted to say, keep tagging me. I love seeing how you use yours. You guys inspire me as well. And you give me some great ideas on how to use my spreads as well. But anyways, before I wrap this up, don't forget I do have a discount code with Hemlock and Oak, and it's always linked in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!